Do pills really break your fast? It sounds like a simple question, but the answer quietly determines whether fasting helps your metabolism or slowly works against it. Because the moment you swallow something during a fast, your body doesn't care what you call it. It only cares about one thing. Does this trigger digestion, hormones, or insulin? Most people assume pills don't matter. They're tiny, they have no calories listed, and doctors rarely mention fasting when prescribing them. But inside your body, pills are not invisible. When you're fasting, your body is in a very specific physiological state. Insulin is low. Fat burning is active. Growth hormone is elevated. Autophagy, the cellular cleanup process, is more likely to occur. Your digestive system is mostly quiet, and your metabolism is running on stored energy instead of incoming fuel. That state is fragile, and whether pills break a fast depends on what kind of fast you're doing and what kind of pill you're taking. Let's start with the simplest case. If your goal is weight loss, the main concern is insulin. Anything that significantly raises insulin can interrupt fat burning. Most plain pills, like basic vitamins, minerals, or medications with no sugar, contain extremely small amounts of calories. On their own, they usually do not spike insulin enough to stop fat loss. That's why many people lose weight even while taking pills during fasting. But fat loss is only one layer of fasting. The moment your goal shifts to metabolic health, hormone balance, or autophagy, the rules change. Autophagy is highly sensitive. It's not just about calories, it's about signals. When you swallow a pill, several things happen immediately. First, your stomach detects a foreign substance. That alone stimulates a mild digestive response. Stomach acid production increases, enzymes wake up, and your gut shifts slightly out of its resting state. For most people, that effect is small, but it's not zero. Now, let's talk about the biggest issue most people overlook: what the pill is made of. Many pills are not just medicine. They're wrapped in fillers, binders, coatings, and sweeteners. Common ingredients include lactose, maltodextrin, dextrose, sucrose, starches, and sugar alcohols. These are added to help pills hold shape, dissolve properly, or taste better. Individually, the amount is tiny, but physiologically, your body still recognizes them as nutrients. For someone doing a strict fast, especially a long fast, those ingredients can send mixed signals to insulin and digestion. This is especially true with chewable tablets, gummies, syrups, and liquid medications. Gummy vitamins are not supplements. They are candy with nutrients added. They absolutely break a fast. Liquid medications often contain sugar or sweeteners to improve taste. Even sugar-free versions may use artificial sweeteners that still trigger insulin responses in some people. And this brings us to an important distinction. There is no single fast. There are different types of fasting with different rules. If you're doing a 16-8 fast for general weight loss, most plain pills are unlikely to ruin your results. Your insulin exposure over the day is still low. Fat loss can still happen. If you're doing OMAD or extended fasting, the margin for error becomes smaller. Your body is deeper into fat burning, and interruptions matter more. And if your goal is autophagy, then even small signals can reduce the depth of the process. This doesn't mean pills completely shut autophagy off. It means they may reduce how deep and consistent it becomes. Now let's talk about specific categories. Electrolytes are a common question. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium do not break a fast when taken without sugar. In fact, they often support fasting by preventing fatigue, dizziness, and cramps. But many electrolyte powders contain glucose, dextrose, or flavoring agents. Those do break a fast. Vitamins are mixed. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K are better absorbed with food. Taking them during a fast may reduce absorption and can irritate the stomach. Water-soluble vitamins like B complex and vitamin C are easier to tolerate, but may still stimulate digestion. From a fasting perspective, vitamins don't strongly spike insulin, but they do activate digestion. Medications are different. If you are prescribed medication, fasting rules come second. Health comes first. A medication that keeps blood pressure stable, prevents seizures, manages diabetes, or protects mental health should never be skipped for the sake of fasting. Fasting is a tool. It should never replace medical judgment. For medications that require food, taking them during a fast can cause nausea, irritation, or stress responses, which, ironically, can raise cortisol and disrupt fasting benefits more than the pill itself. Now let's address the hormone side. When fasting, cortisol naturally rises slightly. This helps mobilize energy. But if fasting becomes stressful due to hunger, poor sleep, or irritation from pills, cortisol can rise too much. High cortisol works against fat loss, muscle retention, testosterone, thyroid function, and sleep. That's why some people feel worse when they obsess over perfect fasting rules, which leads to a critical point most people miss. Fasting is not broken in a binary way. It's not on or off. It exists on a spectrum. A small insulin response doesn't erase all benefits. A mild digestive signal doesn't cancel fat burning entirely. Your body responds proportionally. That's why someone can still lose weight while drinking black coffee, or see benefits even if they take supplements. The danger comes from stacking small mistakes repeatedly. A gummy vitamin, a sweetened electrolyte drink, a flavored pill coating, artificial sweeteners, then coffee creamers, then just one bite. Individually, each seems harmless. Together, they turn a fast into a low-calorie grazing window, and that's when results stall. So what's the practical answer? If your goal is fat loss, plain pills with no sugar usually don't meaningfully break your fast. If your goal is metabolic health, minimize pills during fasting when possible, and avoid sweetened or flavored versions. If your goal is autophagy, take non-essential supplements during your eating window and keep fasting hours as clean as possible. And if you're taking medications, always prioritize consistency and safety over fasting purity. Fasting works best when it reduces stress, not increases it. The irony is this: people who are flexible and consistent with fasting often get better results than those who try to be perfect, because your body doesn't reward anxiety, it rewards patterns. The real fasting killer isn't pills. It's confusion, stress, and inconsistency. When fasting is calm, simple, and sustainable, the benefits compound over time, and that's the part most people never hear. If this helped you understand fasting at a deeper level, follow the channel for more science-based explanations that focus on what actually matters, not myths.